Alright, so we're recording. Welcome back to another video. It's your boy back again, bringing you some more Dragon Ball Fighters. But this time, alright, we're gonna be... I'm kind of late in doing this, as you know. There's a lot of speculation going around with this game, right? And the theme of today's video and the theme of today's stream, FYI, I'm streaming this right now, so if you guys have not followed me on Twitch or on any of my social medias, make sure it will be make sure you guys follow my social media links. Link will be in the description below. Okay, but the theme of today's topic, or sorry, the theme of today's video is you can make everybody happy. Okay, you cannot please everybody, and not everybody will be happy despite the outcome. Okay, that's the theme for today's video. FYI, before I move on to the main theme, I want to address one other thing, and I should not even be addressing this. You know, a while back I gotten some comments saying like, oh, you know what, like, oh, you don't deserve to play this game, you should stick to playing characters like, you know, Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta. Here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, all I'm gonna say is this: it's my game, I'm playing this game, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, I play whatever characters I want to play. I play whoever the fuck I want to play, right? I'm not gonna tell you guys, I'm not gonna have anybody come up to me and say, hey, you know what, I think you should go back to playing this character because you're bad with this character. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, right? Like, at the end of the day, you know, I play who I want to play, and that's the end of that. Anybody who tells me to give up on this game, like I said, I'd rather, you know, I'd rather lose 100 matches in a row than toss this game aside. Okay, and that brings me to this topic today, is the controversy that's going around on social media with Lab Coat 21, right? and not just Lab Coat 21, a lot of the top tier characters, right? Should Lab Coat 21 be banned, right? Majority of the people will say yes. There's going to be that group of people that'll say no. Personally, for me, I would much rather... Here's the thing, right? I want to... Y'all know how much how I feel about Android 21. Now, if you guys don't know how I feel about Android 21, you know, I want to let you guys know right now that Android 21, whether it's the lab coat version or the Evo version, she is like my favorite waifu of all time, right? Like, if you guys were to sit there and ask me, and I have a lot of waifus, right? But if you guys were to sit there and ask me who's your favorite waifu of all time, Android 21 is my main waifu of all time. Like, she's at the top of that, at that list. And you know, when Lab Coat 21 first was announced, I knew like I wanted to main this character and I wanted to get better with this character. And you know, because I have like a whole bunch of characters that I main, every time I play this game, I'm trying to, you know, work on different combo routes. You know, lately it's been a lot of Vegito. A lot of Gogeta. And then, you know, obviously I want to try some alternative UI Goku combo routes, because of me being a UI Goku main, I want to try that as well. And then obviously I do want to, you know, get better with Lab Coat 21 because she is my main, and I want to, you know, get better with that character. But, you know, I always said, like, if this character were to get nerfed before I even have a chance to get better with her, I'm going to be very upset. Not to mention that, alright? Let's just keep that in mind. So here's the thing, right? A lot of people on Twitter, and I've seen a lot of people say this on Twitter, like, they want 21 banned. Like, at this point, a part of me would rather, like, if you were to give me a choice, would you rather have her banned in tournaments or would you rather have her nerfed? I would much rather have her banned in tournaments rather than have her nerfed. Right? Here's why. Because you nerf a character they lose their popularity, right? You look at characters like, you know, Bardock and 16, right? When Bardock first came out, he was really good, and then over the course of time, you know, his character just, the popularity for that character just went down, because nowadays the meta is UI Goku, Lab Code 21, evil Android 21, Z Broly, Gogeta Blue, right? That's the meta now, right? So for me, I think that if you nerf a character, they lose the, number one, they lose their popularity. Like, it's not going to be as good as, you know, compared to the other characters, right? Because nowadays people, they all want, when they play characters, they all want to go, they all go for what? Top tier characters, right? They all go for the top tier characters. You don't even have to go to a tournament to see it, right? You can even just jump into an online match and you will see the amount of people that choose Vegito, the amount of people that choose Gogeta or UI or Broly, right? I know this firsthand because I'm one of them, right? I'm one of the guys that play 21. I'm one of the guys that play Vegito. I'm one of the guys that play UI, you know? But for me, I mean, like, as much as I love top tiers, I also love other characters too, right? Like, sometimes you'll see me play characters like Hit and Rose and Bardock. You know, those are mid-tier characters. They're not top tier, but they're mid-tier characters, right? And sometimes I just like, and the thing about playing, like, maining and playing characters that I like in the game is I get to mix people around, right? I get to mix people around, and I get to, you know, because some people will just play all top tier characters. Some people will play all mid tier characters. For me, I like to mix it up, right? For me, I like to play a mix of top tier characters and mid tier characters, right? I think that's a better way to, for me, that's a better way to go about it. So for me to have Android 21 or Lab Code 21 nerfed, right? First of all, it's going to make me very sad. Second of all, I think that if they nerf her, not as many, I think her popularity over the course of time will just fade out. Like I said, you look at Bardock, you look at 16, you know, when they came out, like, they were at the top of the meta, and then over the course of time, it's just, like, it's just, the popularity for them just plummeted. And here's the thing, right? Like, whether you buff a character or whether you nerf a character, I always say, like, whether you buff a character, whether you nerf a character, not everybody's going to be happy, right? You're going to have that group of people complain. Like, oh, like take Lab Code 21, for example, right? Right now, everybody wants her nerfed, right? If not banned, nerfed, right? Especially this. Especially that move right there that you see on the screen, right? That right there, just this fucking move alone, right? Just this fucking move alone. That's not only a command grab, that debuffs you by 21% for the rest of the match, right? Does it get annoying? Hell yeah, it does, right? But, you know, and I get why people would want it nerfed, right? But here's the thing. You nerf it, there's going to be the group of people that are going to be happy, and then there's going to be that group of people that are not going to be happy. What's even more messed up is you nerf somebody like Lab Code 21, and the group of people, and as soon as you nerf her, the group of people that wanted her nerfed in the first place, they're still going to find a way to complain. They're still going to find a way to complain. Let me tell you, I came across a Twitter post not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. This one dude was, I don't follow this dude on Twitter, but I think because I follow a lot of Dragon Ball FighterZ content on Twitter, apparently this dude popped up on my timeline. Okay. And it's like, and he said, and he tweeted something like, oh, he was glad that like he's going to a mini tournament. I don't know what mini tournament is it. I don't know if it's Bums tournament or another small tournament. But anyways, he was going to a small mini tournament. And he tweeted like how happy he was that lab coat was banned. He was like, oh, thank you tournament organizers for, you know, banning lab coat 21. I'm so happy, right? Something blah 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 blah. And then a couple days later, the same dude pops up on my timeline, but this time he's complaining. He's like, oh, shit, like I should have, why did they have to ban lab code 21? Like if I had lab code 21, like I would have won, I would have made it further, blah blah blah. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, is this not the same dude that complained, or is this not the same dude that was happy that lab code 21 was banned? Like, he asked for this. Dog, you asked for lab code 21 to be banned in that tournament, to whatever tournament you were going to. And when you get what you want, where lab code 21 is banned, you complain, right? So it's like, if the tournament organizers, and I think the tournament organizers, they were opposed to banning lab code 21. Like they were kind of on the fence about it. And that dude who attended the tournament, he was kind of complaining about it on Twitter too. Like, you know, why are you on the fence about it? Like, you know, you should just ban lab code 21. And he was complaining about it. And then they finally, you know, he finally gets what he wants. And then a few days later, I see him pop up on my timeline complaining about why they had to ban lab code 21. It's like, you wanted this. You were happy they gave it to you. Now you're just, you know, like in the beginning, they were on the fence about it, and you weren't happy. Okay, fine. They finally give it to you. They finally ban lab code 21. You're happy about it, and then you complain about it again after they ban it, after they ban her. So that's the thing, right? People will always find a way to complain, no matter what you do, right? It's the same thing with lab code 21. You nerf her. Everybody right now wants her nerfed. But the moment they nerf her, touch wood, they don't nerf, they don't do that, but I'm just saying, worst to worst case scenario, if they nerf her, the same people that wanted her nerfed, they're gonna find a way to complain, saying, oh yeah, why didn't they nerf this? Why didn't they nerf this more? Why didn't they nerf this more? I think she's too nerfed now. I think they should buff it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, people always find a way to complain, right? And with lab code 21 in particular, she's a very, very strong character, right? Like I said, just this alone, just that alone will fucking make you go ballistic. Like, that will, you know, that will make this right here alone will fucking make you rage quit, right? She has a huge, well, not huge, but like she has an amazing normals. Her command grab is unbelievable. She has a beam. Oops. She has a beam with a 34 frame advantage and 24 startup. Okay. Not to mention the reach on this EX Lariat. Look at this. This is literally full screen. Look at that. Frame advantage 58. Attack startup 27, 28. And that's full screen. Like, I'm literally doing this Lariat from one screen from across one screen to the other side, and it still fucking reaches. Okay? So, and the thing is, not only, and this Lariat, look at that. This is the medium version. Look at this. The medium version, look how far it goes from one screen to the next. And I'm going to do the light version too. Look at that. Look how far that goes. right? You don't even, and the thing is, you don't even have to 2H your opponents. If your opponent were to super dash or raw tag, all you have to do is this. You don't have to do this. You don't even have to do this. Right? You don't even have to do this. All you gotta do is this. If the opponent were to super dash or raw tag at you, all you gotta do is that. And you can catch them right at the Lariat, with that Lariat. So you see, I get it, right? She is a strong character. Now here's my problem with this, right? The fact that people shit on this character, but yet play this character right afterwards. Like that to me does, like, how does that make sense? Right? You shit on a character, yet I still see you playing this character. Right? I get it. She's really strong. Like I said, just her Lariat alone, the reach on that Lariat, pretty fucking far, right? And the thing is, it's like you shit on a character, and yet I see you still play this character. Like, how does that make sense? Right? Like, if you don't, my solution is, and this is not only my solution, but my opinion is, if you're gonna sit there and bitch and moan and whine and moan and bitch some more about a certain character that you don't like because they're top tier or they're too strong or for whatever reason, right? My solution, don't fucking play the character. Like, that shit really annoys me, man. Like, it really pisses me off too. Like, you see people complain about fucking Vegito and Z Broly and UI, yet they're the ones that complain about these characters. They're the same ones I see pop up on my Twitter timeline, and they're making, 30-second TOD videos with them. They're the same people that I go on when I go on their stream. Excuse me. When I go on their stream, they're in training mode with those same characters that they shit on Twitter. Like, really? Like, you have the audacity to shit on characters that you don't like just because they're top tier, yet I still see you on your Twitch stream, or I still see you pop up on my Twitter timeline, playing those characters. Like, I don't, that to me, that shit is just really annoying. Like, that shit is just annoying, and now at this point it's just now y'all just trolling, right? I was watching Hook's video about about Labco 21, and he was saying like how thinks he should be banned, right? And a lot of people in the comments, right? A lot of people in the comments were shitting on this character. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, the same people that are sitting here in the comments whining and bitching about this character and shitting on this character, they're gonna be the same ones that are gonna turn the game on and pick up this character one way or the other. If not now, if not tomorrow, if not 2 days from now, down the road, they're gonna do it. Right? It's the same people. Right? And somebody on messaged me back and said, hey, you know what, like, we don't have a choice, right? Like, some people don't have a choice at this point, like, she's a strong character, we don't have a choice. I mean, and then somebody replied and said, yeah, we do have a choice, which is true. Like, we do have a choice with who we get to play and which characters we want to play, right? You look at guys like Lotus, right? I started following that guy since back when he was a Super Saiyan Rose rank. And to see him get to Zeno rank with characters like Trunks, fucking Trunks of all characters, okay? That character literally sucks. Like, that character's literally ass. He has a shitty level 2, okay? his 5S is not as good as UI Goku's. That character is literally ass. Okay? And he still made it to Zeno rank with that character. So it just goes to show, like, you don't have to play top tier characters like Lab Coat 21 to get to a rank like Zeno. At the end of the day, it all depends on your skill and how well you play the game, right? Lotus, guys like Lotus had a choice. He can either, you know, drop characters like Bardock and Trunks, which are complete ass, and switch into characters like, you know, Vegito and Broly and Lab Coat, right? He had a choice. He could have played Lab Coat, Double 21, and UI, or Double 21 and Vegito, but he didn't, right? And yet he still made it to Zeno rank. You look at guys like Rhyme, who, aka Rhyme Style, if you watch any of his rank videos, he made it to, I believe, Super Saiyan Rose rank. And he did it with Frieza and Beerus. Okay, UI, yes, top tier, but Frieza and Beerus, right? Beerus, of all characters. Nothing against Beerus, but I think Beerus is right now mid-tier, right? So that goes to show, like, you can get to any rank you want. You don't have to play top tier characters. I mean, if you want to play top tier characters and get to a high rank like Zeno rank, fine, go ahead, right? But somebody messaged me back and said, oh, like, these guys people don't have a choice now, right? We all play Lab Coat 21 because that's the meta now. She's part of the meta. She's part of, you know, she's the only way. If we don't play Lab Coat 21, we're not gonna win, right? Well, that's not the case, right? I mean, yeah, if you can play Lab Coat 21 and win, you can play Lab Coat 21 and still lose. Let's just be real here, right? You can play Lab Coat 21 and you can still lose. Let's be realistic, right? It all depends. Like I said, it all depends how you play the game and the skill level you have in this game, right? Anybody can win. Anybody can pick up Lab Coat and win the game. But if a person says, oh, you know what? I don't want to play top tier characters. I want to try to do it with characters like Base Vegeta or Cooler or, you know, Jiren, right? Like, they can do it. Like, you could do it. You just have to, you know, practice with the character, you know, improve on your gameplay. You should be fine. And like I mentioned before, if you know how to auto combo into a C assist, you're Gucci. You're Gucci, right? So it's kind of, with Lab Coat 21, I think, like I said, she's a good character, very strong character, but it's just like, if you were to ban her, right? If you were to, like, let's say if you were to ban her in the tournament, right? Why don't you also ban characters like UI or Z Broly or Gogeta or Vegito, right? Why does it, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all are gonna ban Lab Coat in a tournament, you might as well just ban at the same time. Do yourselves a favor, ban, you know, UI or Vegito or UI Goku or Z Broly, right? Right? It's. I just feel like it's not. I just feel like banning 21. Like, I'm not opposed to banning 21, but in tournaments. But at the same time, it's like, if you're just gonna ban 21 in Lab Coat 21 in tournaments, I feel like it's kind of not fair to her, right? Like, if you're gonna ban Lab Coat 21 in a tournament, but you're not gonna ban, you know, Vegito or Broly or UI, right? To the characters, to Lab Coat 21, like, I don't think that's fair to Lab Coat 21 as a character, right? Like, why does she get to be the only one banned in the tournament? Meanwhile, you got, you know, Vegito with an insane 5M reach. You have Gogeta Blue with an insane 2M reach. Okay, you got Broly with an insane with super armor that they buffed from before, right? In the last patch, I think they buffed up his super armor even more in the last patch. So it's like, come on, right? So that's just kind of like where my head is at. Like, that's just kind of like my mindset on it. And you know what's even more annoying is the people who comment, who shit on Lab Code 21, but they don't even play the game. Like, bro, like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen that on Twitter. It's like, really, you're gonna shit on Lab Code 21? How many hours of how many hours of gameplay you have in the game? Oh, I don't play the game. I'm just joining in on the conversation. It's like, no, you're just agreeing what everybody else is saying. You're just agreeing that Lab Code 21 is too much of a top tier character just because everybody else says so. You're just agreeing that Lab Code 21 should be banned or should be nerfed because everybody else says so. Meanwhile, you don't even play the game, right? If everybody's going to jump off a bridge, you're going to jump off a bridge too, right? So that right there, that's another thing there that really pisses me off, is that you see people on the timeline, their timelines pop up, and you know, here they are shitting on Lab Code 21, but they don't even play the game. Like, if you don't play the game, why are you even shitting on this character? You haven't played the game once. You've never played the game once. Like, for me, right? If I wanted to sit here and shit on Lab Code 21, I can freely do so, because I've played this game before. I have like about almost 1,000 hours in this game, right? But for somebody but for somebody else, if you were to put somebody else in my shoes, who have never played the game before, absolutely like 0 hours in the game, and for them to shit on Lab Code 21, like that fucking pisses me off, bro. That fucking shit is like, that shit is fucking annoying, right? It's like, but wait a minute, you don't even play the game, so what right do you have to shit on the character? Why? Just because everybody else says so? Just because you see everybody else doing it? Right? Like I said, if everybody were to jump off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge too? Right? So it's shit like that. I just find really annoying. And not only that, but I think a lot of Lab Code, because of Lab Code, a lot of people are leaving the game, you know? I mean, there's been, over the course of the past couple of weeks, I mean, I've had random Twitter posts pop up on my timeline where people are saying like, oh, you know what, like, I'm leaving the game, I'm done with this game, blah blah blah. Like, for me, I would never leave, I would never quit the game, right? I love this game, right? I love this game to be able to quit this game, right? Because I feel like if I quit this game, I'm just giving up. And the thing about me is, I'm too stubborn to fucking give up. Like, I'm too fucking hard-headed to give up, right? Like I said, I'd rather lose 100 matches in a row, right? Just because I would much rather lose 100 matches. Like, I would much rather lose 100 matches in a row rather than quit the game. And a lot of Android 21 players, a lot of players are quitting the game. I mean, I came across this one tweet not too long ago saying that, they were how they were leaving the game. One random dude. So it's like, oh, I'm leaving the game because Android 21, Lab Code 21 is making people rage quit, making people like me rage quit. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, you're gonna rage quit because of Lab Code 21? How many times did I sit here, play this game, okay? How many times did I sit here, play this game, lose match after match after match, and I'm still having a good time? And you're gonna rage quit and quit the game entirely because of one character? Seriously? I was, you know, not too long ago, if you were even before Lab Code 21 got released to this game, I remember one night I was playing. I don't know if it was an online match or casual match or in a ring match or whatever, and I lost. I think I lost about like 20, 30 games in a row. And not only that, I lost 20 to 30 games in a row. The dude that I was going up against, he rage quits because I managed to win one game. And then he messages me and says, I'm trash at the game. And he gets so mad at me. And I'm like, first of all, I don't need you. And so I messaged him back. I said, I don't need you to tell me I'm trash at this game. I know I'm trash at this game. I'm just having fun. What's embarrassing is that you rage quit because I managed to win one game. Really, dude? I said, really? You're gonna rage quit on me because I managed to win one game? Bro, I told him, I said, bro, I lost at least 30 games in a row, and I'm still having a fun time. I'm still having a better night. I'm still having a good time in this game. For a guy like me who lost 30 games in a row, I'm still having a good time. But you lose one game, you're gonna rage quit? Like you're fucking serious, right? And not only that, but you see other guys too, like that have been leaving the game. Guys like, I think Nitro has been leaving the game. Guys like Lord Knight. I think Lord Knight has left. Lord Knight stopped playing fighters, I think, way before then. He focuses on Guilty Gear now. Coach Steve, has also left the game. Most recently, June has left the game. For those of you who don't know who June is, I believe, one of the most, amazing Dragon Ball FighterZ players in New York. You see him a lot, and you'll see him like do some commentary here and there from at Bum's tournament. And by the way, shout out to Bum. Bum is, even though like a lot of people are saying like this game is running its course, it's guys like Bum that hold these tournaments that keep the Dragon Ball FighterZ community together. Because if it wasn't for guys like Bum, I think there would be more people that would just walk out on the game, but shout out to guys like Bum. It's because of guys like Bum that keep the Dragon Ball FighterZ community intact. By hosting weekly tournaments for fighters on PC and on PlayStation, he's doing a good thing, and he's helping out the Dragon Ball FighterZ community by not letting the players just quit the game, quit the game. But at the end of the day, like I said, if you want to quit the game, that's your decision, right? You see, like I said, most recently June, who quit the game, just didn't want to play. I remember, like, I go on my Twitter and I see June, him tweeting like, oh, like he's done with the game, and he's walking out. And at first I thought that was cap. Like, I was like, no, that's got to be cap. And so I replied to him, and I said, wait, is it because of Lab Code 21? And then he replies back to me. He's like, honestly, like, believe it or not, it's not because of Lab Code 21. He says, as much as I love that character, as much as I respect that character, I think the game just, for me, it ran its course. And I want to find something more challenging. All right. So I said, all right, dude. I mean, respect. I mean, I respect your choice. I mean, I said, you're an amazing player. You're an amazing Dragon Ball FighterZ player. And, for you to just, it's a little bit heartbreaking that you would actually up and leave. I didn't expect you to leave like that. I think even Mamba. I think Mamba was another guy that doesn't really play fighters as much. I don't know if he quit the game or not, but I know he doesn't, according to his Twitter timeline, he doesn't play as much anymore because new job and everything. Most recently, I think even, who's this guy? Stylish Execution. He recently came back after a 6-month hiatus. And I will not be surprised. Like, I will not be surprised if this guy up and leaves again or goes back on hiatus again. Like, I will not be surprised. But you know, people are just, at this point, people are just, excuse me, leaving the game, you know, because of Labco 21. Like, she's, you know, a lot of people are saying like, oh, she's breaking the game, and you know, and I understand that, you know, and she's a very strong character, she's a very top tier character, so I would understand like how, you know, she's breaking the game, right? And because, you know, if a character like Labco 21, who's so top tier, so strong, you know, everybody's going to use it, whether it's online, whether it's casuals, whether it's in a tournament, right? And like I said before earlier in this video, everybody wants to go for the top tier characters. You're not, even in tournament, you're not going to see people play mid-tier characters. Everybody's going to go for the top tier characters. You look at guys like Hook Gang God. In this video that he made about Labco 21, he literally sat there shitting on the character, and yet, you know, he's playing the character. And I'm like, dude, like, why are you shitting on this character? And then I catch you playing this character, and then I realized, oh wait, he does this, he competes in tournaments, right? He competes in tournaments, he pretty much does this for a living, so he has no other choice, right? And what's very surprising to me, now that we're on the topic of Hook, it's like, what's very surprising to me is that he dropped Piccolo for Vegito, right? A guy who not too long ago, several months ago, said on stream how this Vegito was like a dumbass, corny character. Yet, fast forward to the present, I see him drop Piccolo for Vegito. He's joining the Vegito club. Like, bro, right? What does that tell you? That tells you that the meta is basically UI, Vegito, Z Broly, Labco 21, or even Majin 21, or even Gogeta, right? That's the meta now, right? And this guy has been playing Piccolo since, I believe, day one of this game. All right, so I mean, it's literally to a point now where even the professionals like Hook are playing top tier characters. Like, Arxis left them no choice, you know. If you think about it, the guy has no choice, you know, because if you want to win in a tournament, you have to play the top tier characters, right? And I understand that, right? At the end of the day, what choice do you have, right? Like, I mean, if I was playing in a tournament, of course, I would play Lab Coat. I would play, you know, Vegito. I would play Broly. I would play all the top tiers. All right. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, you know what? It is what it is. It'd be like that when it be like that. Especially when it be like that. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. This is just what I wanted to get out there. It's been weighing on me for, you know, a long time. Kind of late. I don't know when this video is going to get uploaded. I know eventually down the road this video will get uploaded, but I don't know when it's going to get uploaded because I have a lot of other videos to upload, and all these videos I still have left to upload, they're not going to be uploaded in any particular order, so they're all going to be uploaded at different times in no particular order, so stay tuned for that. I think for this video I might keep the comment section open because I'm interested to hear, you know, what y'all have to say in the comments, what y'all think about it. This is just my opinion overall. Agree to disagree, but with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next Dragon Ball video. Cheers.